This is how I'm feeling like today. This sums up today. Even took the time to put a little photo. That's that's how I feel. Let's get that out of here. Hi, I'm Tim. Continuing my visual journal and talking about the trades and things I do, the reason I do them, most for myself and anyone that wants to watch them. It's actually my second take doing this because I did the other clip, turned it on, listened to it, and it sounded like ass. So hopefully, microphone wants to work. Should work now, and it sounds better. Yeah. So today is January the 16th. Let's quickly talk about it. Today is break even, and oh well, no, I guess you already saw it because I was gonna. I don't even care. I'm not restarting again. Today is January the 16th. Today it was a break even day. You're about to find out why. And yeah, let's take a look at the trades I took, why I took them, why I placed the stops and take profits where I did, and let's throw in a little lesson, have something I want to discuss and talk about. Let's go. So, quickly, to predetermine something and lay this flat, I don't trade ES. I don't trade ES. I don't ever trade ES. This was literally my first time trading ES in a really long time. Gosh, sorry, a little water break. Pause the video, drink some water, it's good for you. Okay. God. Because I already talked through all of this. Anyway, I don't trade ES at all, ever. What am I doing today? I'm looking. NQ wasn't giving me anything that I like. So I popped on ES. I rarely let's lay this. This is what I was gonna say. New York Open, right? NQ, NQ, maybe gold. That's my New York Open. Asia, gold only. Rarely NQ, gold only. Pretty much. Starting to look at silver a little bit, but that's not added to the official basket of what I trade. Yeah, so this is the ES trade, but this morning I was like, hey, you know what? Let's check out ES for whatever reason, and now I'm heavily regretting it. Um, and I mean, not regretting it. I don't regret. I don't believe in regrets. Anyway, why did I take this trade? What I liked, what I saw, everything like that. Let's quickly. Why is my screen so? God. Look at me, man. One take. I'm not editing any of this out. That's y'all problem, man. There we go. I like that. I like that more. Okay. So. Market opens, right? Market opens right here. What are we seeing immediately? Top wick, right? Now, yeah, top wick. Next candle. Bottom wick. Off the EMAs. This is like, okay. Indecisiveness. Next candle. Bottom wick off the EMA. Okay. This is what started it. This is what started making me look for an entry. Got another longer top wick. Okay. So, overall, and then we start breaking down. This is a perfect. We start out, push up just a little bit, smack down, kind of this little range. We're seeing some buyers. We see him try to push it up one more time. Doesn't even make it past this or to it. Smacks down. Another little. Sellers continue fighting through here, and then we get the sell through. Very similar to the last video I made. We got the sell through right here, and this is when I decided to take a peek, see what ES is doing. This is a 2-minute. Again, literally market opens. We're bouncing. We start seeing strong sell off. We get a dump off through the EMAs. Candle opens up, comes up, touches the 200 EMA to the tick, past the 8 EMA, smacks back down. Y'all already know. Y'all already know what I'm doing. Entered shorts right here. SL. I did it above. You would usually have it a little lower if I was going above this wick. The reason I went above this wick a little bit higher was due to that this was the big impulse move we had, the bigger impulse move we had, and I wanted to give myself a little more room in that space. That's why I put this was the stop, and as I said, I always put, as you can see, look, the first candle that came up, look at where it rejected. This is why instead of putting my stop, so this was the stop. This is what I was treating as my stop, not this. If I was treating this as my stop, I'd actually put my SL like right here about. This is what I was treating as my stop, and you can literally see why. It's an impulse move, and that's what I wanted to treat as my stop. And then I gave it some room off of that. Obviously not enough. You see what happened. It ran up, actually rejected this. I felt good about it here. Then it did this, and then it rejected here. This is technically another entry, by the way. This is actually a really good entry. The reason I didn't take it, I'll explain in a bit. And the reason I'm break even was because I was already on NQ. But this right here is also a trade. I would have taken shorts right here as well. This is a perfect candle. We're seeing the strong sell-off, right? Get this entry candle for me. We reject off of this. We push up, reject again through the EMAs. We close down here. I mean, this is perfect. We even had buyers push up, and then we got smacked down. This is, and we did for a moment, actually. I was in profit for a moment. Obviously, this is an hourly low. This is where I look to take it. And you see exactly what happened. After we retested, we now know what would have happened had I moved it just a little higher. But the point was that I was looking for the continued free fall off of this, and we got a part of the move, and then it had to, stop me out and head down. Yeah, of course, not too upset about it. I actually want to say something. Oh yeah, it wasn't a big loss. I was only in one mini. Now the reason I was only in one mini, this was like $300, was because again, like I said, I literally don't trade ES. I didn't even know like in the moment how much this would have been money wise. Like Nasdaq gold, you tell me the point value, I'll tell you exactly micro mini how many like I'm risking. With this, I didn't know, so I just took one mini because I knew it wouldn't be that much, and yeah, 300. It's nothing. It's literally nothing. And this would have been what? I think it was like four, maybe 500. This dollars, whatever. I don't mind. I moved on. I didn't even see this by the way, because when it popped up like right here, I already clicked off. I was already on the Nasdaq. I was already looking for a trade on NQ. So I didn't even see this. I saw that I got stopped, and I later clicked and saw that this is how I got stopped. And safe to say, I was really angry later. Damn, I'm gonna have to cut this part out now. Fuck. Okay. Now we're on the Nasdaq. Quickly, we'll switch over. Let's see. Let's see the trade I took and the lesson that I got today. Because as you can see, I should have been more greedy. I was not greedy enough. Not nearly greedy enough. So let's take a quick look at that and talk about it and my lesson for today. Again, with the Nasdaq, literally same exact thing. They do move closely in correlation. You can literally see the correlation. Just a little more wiki. So, I mean, market opens. What are we seeing? Top wicks, bottom wicks. This is a shape, and then overall price is moving like this. This is a setup that can go like that. And you don't even have, this isn't, I mean, you literally got the example. Even though I'd say this is the move, then yeah, but like I immediately after I got TP'd, because I got, as you can say, I got TP'd into this low. I literally went like my TP was way too conservative. Like the moment I got TP'd like this, I was like, shit. Because these were very. This would have been. This is what my TP should have been. Not this. Anyway, we'll talk about that in a moment. Why did I take this trade? Let's quickly break it down. Like I said, we open up. We're squeezing. This candle is the official breakthrough. Now we're looking for shorts more or less. We sell the 200 EMA. I want to break through that first. We had a little bounce off. We had a little bounce off again, even though then it bounced off of this. This is literally, again, squeezing in between the two EMAs. Then we get this candle. That's what I ended up entering off of. What am I seeing? We had this initial tight movement, breakdown, squeezed into the two EMAs, bought up, sold off below the 200, bought off the 8, sold off the 8, bought into it, sold off of it. This candle right here, perfect, hop in, shorts, SL, I actually think this is wrong. I think I had it somewhere else. I'm not sure. With how this moved, I literally think I dragged my SL and I was already in profit, and I was like, look at this, and I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna worry about my stop loss right now. So I literally don't even know how accurate this is, I'll be honest. Probably like should have been up here, but anyway, yeah, these are some weak hourly lows. I'll show you those in a sec. This was the real hourly low that I should have ran it to. The next one is down here, and again, this would have been a little too much, even though I coulda, woulda, shoulda. But I don't like to live in hypotheticals, but I will say this is a hypothetical that I will entertain every single day. And I'll show you guys in a moment why. But this is a hypothetical that I won't entertain, even though I could have had it down here to this one, or I could have had it to this one, and never hit that. So I hate hypotheticals. Anyway, yeah, that's the trade. The lesson for I'll show you the lows in just a sec. The lesson for today is to identify the strength and conviction of your move to determine how conservative or how risky you want to be with your take profit, with your target, basically with your target. Yeah. Had this not looked like this and looked like I don't know, maybe something, maybe like this. Yeah, maybe like this. Like if I've taken shorts on this candle, I would. This is pre-market. I don't like trading pre-market that much, but anyway, let's say like this. This a lot less of a stronger move impending. Lot less to target. This I just explained why. I'll explain it again. Squeeze, sell through, squeeze again, sell through, enter. When this is how the chart looks like. Plus, this was just a overall sell-off day. I don't remember. There was something going on that was just making the market red. I don't know what it was. You gotta be a little more like I should have been a little more aggressive, less conservative. Again, this was literally pretty much directly put me at a 1-to-1. Not this. What am I doing? Not a one. It was pretty much a one. This directly put me at a break-even position, and as I was so upset, because at this point when I was actually setting that sell, I already knew when I was setting the TP, I already knew that I got stopped to the tick, and then all of this happened. It did fuck with my mentality a little bit, and I was like, dude, I just want to break even and just be done. And yeah. Anyway, that's the lesson. Identify the strength and conviction of the move. This is a strong downward move. I had so much conviction that we would have dumped and flushed here. I should have had a bigger SL. I mean, higher target, bigger TP. That's the lesson. I learn every day something new. I'm still learning, still getting better. just like anything, you're never ever gonna know everything. You're always gonna learn and get better every single day. So that's the lesson of today, and let's go check out those hourly lows just to kind of give you a better idea of why these were such conservative price targets. You can literally see we just sold through. Look at this hourly. Yeah. Yeah. This is where I ended up taking profit on this candle. Extremely conservative. This one made a little more sense. Because I gotta make a separate video about how I actually determine and mark my hourly lows. It's a whole system that I have. How I even go about marking zone, like levels and zones in general. That's a video that I have to make. But this one is a little more decent. This is a low that I like. You know, anything lower than that at that point, I don't want to risk it. Or at least I'd have to start really moving my sell to break even and lower, because it would suck to buy off of that and, you know, win or whatever. But yeah, that just showed you why this was such a conservative low, and how if I at least ran it to here, it would have made more sense than here. But yeah, man. Yeah. Anyway, they'll call off this. That will end off this video. You know, like I said, lesson was learned today. This is a big one for me. I really hope that some of you get something out of this. To whoever ends up watching it to this point. Yeah, that's it from me. Got not much else to cover. Gonna get right back to it. Got a lot more to do. Buying a bunch of evals, so expect a lot higher risk, higher, just expect a lot of L's and big L's and big W's, because when I get evals, I get quite aggressive, because no point of staying on an eval. I can. That's a whole different kind of passing an eval thing, and depending on where you are in your journey, what strategy you should take to trading on an eval. I'm not gonna get into that right now, but yeah, that's it from me today. I hope all of you have a blessed week and a blessed life, blessed everything. That's it from me. Take care.